Hey there, welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel, The Fantastic Builder. Nice that you're watching. I'm new at this. I'm a beginning builder. I've been building for a couple of years now, but on and off, and not really giving it my max, giving it my all. But now I thought, well, maybe it would be time to kick it up a notch and see what we can do. So I got me some extra gear, which I will show you in a minute. And I created me some time, and I think I'm gonna show you around my workplace for my first video. I think that's a good place to start. Show you what you might want to get, show you what you don't need to get, and just give you a bit of a tour around my workspace here, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, as I said, what do we have here? Well, lots of things. I will bring them to the front. Let's see. Of course, when you start, the first thing you need is lots of pliers. I have these precision colors. They are very nice. Big for a bit rougher work. Just some other pliers. All kinds of stuff that you might need. Of course, the one thing that you would definitely need is some cutting knives, some break-off knives. This is just a very cheap one I got at a local discount store. It's nothing. This one is the one I get with the Scenery Workshop, where I get a lot of my supplies. Thanks for that. So this is a good one. I'll also have this one, which you can get the knives out of. See, and you can just replace them. This is a very good one too. Be sure to get a bit of good quality knives, because otherwise they go blunt in like a second or two. So knives, that's what you need, and some pliers. Of course, I have a cutting sheet. This is a nice and thick one, it's a big one. Below that, I have some paper. I can shove it aside if I want to mess with my paints and stuff a bit. I can do it on here. So, of course, we have some scissors. I have different sets of pliers and tweezers, because, well, you might need them. Also, these are very tiny. See, all kinds of different tweezers that you might need. Glasses. At my age, you need glasses, so I have different sets of glasses. So I have some. It may look weird, but I have some toilet paper on the desk. You might want to use some kitchen roll paper, but it's great stuff to just clean up everything. And when you go dry brushing, you absolutely need this stuff. So looks weird, toilet paper. Lighting, you always need good lighting. I have a small light here. It's not that big, but it's a daylight lamp. It has 3 settings: daylight, soft settings, and sort of romantic lighting. Well, you don't need that, but plus you can change the intensity of the lighting so that you get brighter or not. And this also has another set of clips, so you can put your phone in to play some videos. I got a better video stand now, but this is also good when you're working up close up. You can really put it in and put it right above your hands, so if you want to show people what you're doing, this is also a great extra option. You have a lot of paints. I will just take out a few of them here. Well, you have different kind of organizers to put your paint bottles in. I don't have that. I have found this somewhere in my attic. See, so I just have all my paints in here. I use Vallejo paints mostly. These are from a Dungeons and Dragons kit I got also at Scenery Workshop. But these are a special Dungeons and Dragons kit. It's not that I just paint Dungeons and Dragons, but these colors really sparkle and spring. So I bought those, and of course lots of primary colors, because you can never have enough paints. And when we're talking about paints, I also have, of course, some game air paints. Also different colors. The difference between normal paint and game air paint is for the airbrush. And well, talking about painting, you're talking about airbrushing. I have a very simple airbrush kit. But well, just in case, I have a paint mask. I also use this for my 3D printer, my resin printer, which I will show you in another video. Safety first, folks. So it may look a bit stupid, what is correct. So then when I go painting, I have of course my airbrush, but I also have different kinds of brushes. I have these brushes and I have these. These are by Army Painter and these are I forgot the brand. Oops. But so lots of paint brushes. I also use very cheap paint brushes because I throw them away actually. But these better brushes, well, you really need them. These are way better than the cheap ones. But the cheap ones I just use for terrain when I have to do the underlayer or just the big rocks, and it doesn't matter if it's kind of messy and not that fine. But otherwise you need good brushes, folks. Get some good brushes. I will show you in another video more about brushes, about brush cleaning, about those things. Also about dry brushing and about airbrushing. So I got my airbrush station there. This is an awesome one. You can put your model on it, turn it around and dry brush it. When you're painting you also need washes. I have several kinds of wash. Oh, I forgot about this thing. I'll show you in a minute. I have several kinds of washes because you can also make your own wash, but when you are painting you need washes to bring out the detail and everything. So all kinds of washes, that's what you might need. I have some other paints. I also have these paints from Timber Tech. I bought, these are really the first paints I bought for my airbrush. These are not ready for airbrush, so you have to thin them out with some Vallejo airbrush thinner, because otherwise they will be too thick and you will clog up your paintbrush gun, and you do not want that, because paintbrushing is fun, cleaning it not that much. So paintbrush thinner. I also use this surface primer when I go paintbrushing. This is also great. It's just primer, black. For paintbrushing, it works like a charm. I have empty paint bottles. Just empty bottles. You can buy them. I buy them at Scenery Workshops. Some small alligator balls in them. Sounds weirder than it is. Alligator balls. Just some glass round marbles. You put them in there because when you start mixing your own paints, see, this looks awful, but I got some alligator balls in it, so when I start shaking, the alligator ball will make sure that the paint will mix properly. One more thing that might be very useful is this one, Vallejo Liquid Mask. I mentioned Vallejo, but also there are different brands. I use this. But what does it do? When I paint models, some pieces are so small, the eyes are so small that I just I paint the face or I airbrush the face. But the eyes, I don't want to airbrush the eyes. So with a small brush you can put a little bit of this on the eyes. It will mask them. And when you're done painting, you can, I use some very fine tweezers and ply off this kind of rubbery skin. And then everything below it will be nice and clean. The last few things that you need for painting. Masking tape. See, I have different thickness of masking tape, from 1 centimeter to I think this one is the smallest. I think it's 3 millimeters. Works like a charm also. So you need that, and of course you need something to clean your brushes in. The thing that I do not have at the moment that I did want to show you is a brush cleaner. They were out of stock where I buy, but they were coming soon. So when I got the brush cleaner, I will show you. Of course, you can clean it in here with water and a paper towel and just clean it off. But the good brushes, you really need to clean them properly. One more thing for painting: when you're painting miniatures, it could be quite difficult. So if you want to start painting this, you have to hold it, and you are with your brush, and that is not convenient when you paint your fingers a lot of the time. So I got me this. The top rotates, and you put some some kind of sticky, gooey, clayey stuff on it. You can just stick it on there, and there it is. You have a good grip. You can paint perfectly, and with your thumb you can turn it. Okay, what else do I have? I have lots of stuff. Everything my friends or people I know want to throw away, I say, maybe I can use that. So I have lots of stuff. I also buy stuff, of course. I have some 8K terrain for snow. I have terrain for rough terrain texture. I have ice sparkles, also very nice. I have mud. I love this stuff, splash mud. You just put it on the brush and you splash it from the brush. You take the brush, here we go. You put it in there and you just go to and do this and it splashes the mud on. Very good, very nice stuff. I have this, some for small puddles. Otherwise you have to make this with resin, and well, the resin takes, you have to buy more of it. So when you have a small puddle, this is good. This is not for making rivers or oceans or lakes and stuff. It's just if you have a small puddle, you have a diorama and it needs some mud puddles. This works good. I mix the plaster. I mix it with this. Maybe you think, what is this? Well, this is grinded up and dried up toilet paper. You pluck it apart, put it in some lukewarm water, and then you put a mixer in it and you just grind it up. Grind it up so it's this small. It will not get this small first, but grind up, dry it, grind up again, and you get this. When you mix this with some plaster and some water, you get really great thick stuff to use for rocks or mountain terrains. Works great. I have some leaves. This is also very nice mossy terrain and rust. We need to make those. Very nice. And then I have all kinds of drawers here with small things in it, like wood, all kinds of wood, round bars, just matchsticks, woods, all kinds of small things that I might use to make some things, small wooden types, cotton tips, because cotton tips are very useful, especially for cleaning out your airbrush, because cleaning out an airbrush is not that fun of a job, but when you use these, it really helps. I also have these three different things. This is sandpaper, very handy for sanding your models down. Sanding is important, people. I did not do it enough, but it is very handy. Then I have a small hand drill, also very handy. So you can see I have lots of small stuff I use. You just, you gather them when you are building. You come along and you think, oh, well, that might be useful, and then it starts building and it starts building, so watch that. This one for making static grass. You have static grass. I have a drawer with all kinds of grasses and sands and stuff. I will get that to in another video, and I will show you how to make your own static grass. Let's see, glues. Oh, glue is of course very important. Glues. I have different kinds of PVA glue. This is just very cheap PVA glue. You can buy it at any convenience or hardware store or hobby shop. Then I have this, but because I'm from Holland, I don't know if they have that in other countries. It's from Bison. It's Polymax. It's a glue. It's transparent and it's very thick. It's a thick paste. And then I have my most favorite stuff in the world by building, I think, and that's Mod Podge. I think everybody's heard of Mod Podge. Mod Podge is brilliant because it is a sealer, it's a glue, and it's a finish all in one. You have them in lots of different kinds of Mod Podge. I use the matte one. I also have the glossy one here somewhere. When you're using it on water and stuff, you need the glossy one, but otherwise I have the matte one. It seals in, so it prevents warping of wood when you paint it and stuff. I will show you how to work with this in other videos. So that's awesome. For some fine tip gluing, I have this one by Revel. So different kinds of glue that you might need. I do not use a hot glue gun. I have in the past, but I don't really need it. It works. I think it works good. I might start using it again, but right now I'm not using it. So that's a bit of all the other kinds of small stuff I have lying around here. I will use lots of other stuff that I will show you, but we will get to that when we start building. Oh yeah, two more things, because I think they're funny. When you're working with XPS foam or other kinds of foam, like this one. You might want to get some, see in the top there, you might want to see some cobblestones. It is also very handy or very useful to have this one. This is from Green Stuff World. It's a cobblestone roller. They have a lot of these different rollers. So when you put it on here and you press and you roll, you get that cobblestone motif. So that's awesome. And they have a lot of them. But I also have several 3D printers, so you can also print one yourself. I will show that some other time. And it works very awesome. And these things are just on Thingiverse. You can get them, print them, start rolling. Of course, it's good to have a lot of stuff, but don't just buy stuff to have stuff. Buy it when and if you need it. And if you don't want to be buying everything, make an investment and buy a 3D printer. I will bring out several other videos about 3D printing. It's awesome. It's a really good hobby. Yes, it does have some frustrations, and yes, it has a small learning curve, but it pays off in the end. I will show you some models I made. I 3D printed this and then painted it, and this is awesome. So 3D printing, again, I will come back to you with that, but it also helps you not have to buy everything, because you can also make stuff. So in most of my dioramas, I also try to combine 3D printing with scenery and diorama building, because I use a lot of 3D prints in my models. Not because it is faster or maybe easier, but just because I think it's a great mix, and because I love working with both. I love working with my printers and I love working with my hands and just creating and carving and cutting out stuff. I also love that. So best of both worlds. Okay, I thought more than enough. I will show you different things on different times. I will show you the way I make models, and I will definitely show you my 3D printers and how to use them, tips and tricks, where to get them, when to get them, etc. So thanks for watching. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too, and see you next time. Bye bye.